Mr. Gildayal, if mathematics could be a subject up to class 10 and you qualify being a bio graduate, why can't a person who studied mathematics with commerce and science till class 10 be qualified?
No, he will be qualified.
He is not qualified.
No, Manoj, the person who has done his BSc,
Person who has done class, say BCom honors
yes,
with mathematics,
yes.
as a subject in graduation and studied science up to class 10. Why is he not qualified?
He cannot do.
Why?
He cannot. He is not graduate in that relevant subject.
He is graduate in mathematics.
No, Manoj, maths.
You are saying I have to be graduate either in science or in mathematics.
I'm not, Manoj. I am saying that difference has to be understood. Manoj, that difference, Manoj, may kindly see concerned
Mr.
subject.
Kiswal, you are saying when we say science and maths, you are saying I'm a graduate in science. That's all that is required. I have to be a graduate either in science or maths. So commerce graduate in maths satisfies that condition.
Well, but my submission is that when we see the appointment of a science teacher in middle class, a science teacher in middle class would mean that he should be a science graduate. Relevant subject means.
The criteria is science and maths. How about me to read that clause?
I'm just coming to this little. Recruitment rule says for appointment on the post of a middle teacher, the person is required to be graduate in concerned subject. Now, when we say that a science.
What is the concerned subject?
I'm coming to that. Just one second. Now, about a teacher, a person to be eligible to become eligible for appointment on the post of science teacher in middle class, he has to be a graduate in science.
Why? Why not graduate in mathematics?
Well, I'm coming to that. I'll answer that also. Now, my submission is that when we say relevant subject means science.
Where do we get that?
Recruitment will say that.
Recruitment, see, the club science and maths together.
Well, recruitment, let's kindly see. Middle teacher is not appointed as a maths teacher.
Why not?
He is not. He is appointed as a science teacher.
Who also has maths in graduation?
Well, firstly, Manoj, that nomenclature of the post is not the maths teacher. That is where the difference, Manoj. The difference has to be understood. It's not science. He's not a maths teacher.
He is neither a science teacher nor a maths teacher.
He's a science teacher.
He's a science and mathematics teacher.
Manoj, he's a science teacher. He teaches Manoj maths, bio, chemistry, physics, every subject. So he's a science teacher. When we say science teacher, in graduation, science teacher would include maths and bio both.
And serial number 3, when we say languages.
Well, that is language.
Why is it only an English teacher?
Well, this language, may please see.
Why is it only an English teacher in graduate in English?
Now, this qualification have been added by the state government in their circular.
So
Otherwise, RT Act does not say that. Please see schedule of RT Act. RT Act says languages. It does not say which language. And this is contrary to section 20 of the RT Act. Section 20 of RT Act says state government cannot add or delete something from the schedule. There is a specific provision. And specific prohibition is there, Manoj, under RT Act section 20. We have challenged that on this ground also that they, without authority, they have added these words. They are not even adhered to the Manoj, please see.
Mr. Gildayal, when they read science and mathematics, where have they added something?
They have added by adding it in the bracket.
What you are suggesting
Yes.
is subtracting from the schedule the word mathematics.
But I say that the
So
addition.
then why in the RTA Act was there any reference to mathematics? Science. What you are saying is it's either science or maths. No, you're not saying science or maths. You are saying BSc in science only. Yes. Or mathematics is not your argument. Either it will be science and maths. Your argument is only BSc. Ignore mathematics. If we don't ignore mathematics, it's science or maths as you suggest, then a commerce graduate in maths is also eligible, but he's not eligible. So if we were to exclude the expression and mathematics, then they are amending the schedule. And that is what you are suggesting.
But I say that in the circular issued by the state government, they have added the words.
They have only explained it. In the science and maths, there is no addition.
Well, they say when we say Vigyan, the science and maths, they add in the bracket, they restrict it only to maths.
No,
Please see,
Ganit, Vishaya,
Sahih Vigyan.
Vigyan.
So
So
that everybody, every science student is not now eligible. It's only the person who is.
No, if they were to restrict it to mathematics, every commerce graduate, every arts graduate who studied maths will be eligible, economics person who studied maths will be eligible in the science category.
All the Malo, they have restrict all the science students who were earlier otherwise eligible. They have said now only the person with maths will be eligible.
If they were eligible, if that's the reading of RTE Act, then that's an incorrect reading.
No, because
RTE Act makes it mandatory to have mathematics in graduation.
now if we see serial number 2,
Yes,
serial number 2, Bhasha, it is languages.
yeah.
Now in languages they have added Angrezi. It's only English.
That is not subject matter of these petitions.
It's not, but RT Act does not permit them to do so. Similar is the situation, serial number 5,
Serial number 5, they add,
science.
bring in biology people. Otherwise, biology will be excluded.
Otherwise, my lords,
You all were excluded. You should be happy that they've added. The moment 105 is crossed, you have an option
it
of
is
coming.
not in none of the schools in the state. These science students, these bio students are virtually, they are not getting, they have made a recruitment.
So what about commerce and arts students? Why should they be excluded? They don't get to teach.
Well, though, they are not the science students. They are
No,
not the
may
science.
not be, Mr. Gildayal, but commerce and arts is also taught in schools.
Yes.
So why are they excluded?
Well, commerce and science, they,
This can't be an argument. Biology excluded, so all others are excluded.
well, what I am trying to submit is that commerce student will have some his say it somewhere else.
So even biology student will have
He will
somewhere
not
else.
have, he will not have, my lord.
Why not?
In the middle school, you have no scope.
So even commerce students have no scope.
They have the scope, my lord.
Where?
But they,
Come in what category? They don't come in social science. They don't come in languages. They don't come in science as per you. Mathematics, they're not eligible. So where do they go?
well, my submission is this.
And the number of students in arts and commerce is far more than science.
Or my submission is that if we go by this interpretation, a student who has opted to be a bio student in class 12, he is ousted.
He's out.
Today they have made it 0.
He's out. If the number of strength is less than 105, he's out.
So that cannot be one of that cannot
Why
be the
not?
intention.
That can't be a criteria.
Because-
Everybody has to be given an avenue of teaching. So why exclude commerce students?
My lord, in my humble submission, the reading of RT Act said serial number 1 cannot be, my lord, like this.
Anyway,
It cannot be. Because it is serial number 1 does not.
Mr. Gildayal, please explain to us,
Yes.
what about mathematics?
What about, my lord?
If we read one as science compulsory, mathematics optional,
My lord?
how do we read it?
My lord, I submit that it has to be read in this manner, that it says that maths and science.
It means what? Mathematics compulsory or not compulsory?
Maths, it will be, my lord, both. Mathematics, first teacher,
Both means graduate in both.
or science, what they are calling science is the person who has done his graduation with bio. And this is the
Mr.
interpretation.
Gildayal, when it is bracketed together as maths and science, what is the relevant subject for that category?
It will be science.
Maths is out.
Maths is not out.
Then it will be both science and maths.
Or in fact, what my submission is that in graduation, a maths student who does his BSc with mathematics, he is also a science student. Similar is the situation when a person does his graduation with bio, he is also a science student.
There is no denying that fact.
So if it is,
But when the requirement is not science student, requirement is science and mathematics student.
but science and mathematics, my lord, it has to be read in this manner that both are, my lord,
You
both
have
are.
an optional subject in school, take mathematics with biology. Nobody prevents the students from taking mathematics with biology.
And that is why, my lord, the other states have interpreted it that in math. They have interpreted the RT only.
So they have added and subtracted from the RTE Act. Uttar Pradesh has not.
No, my lord, they have not. My lord, so please see how my lord, they have just.
Mr. Gildayal, please tell us, category 1 includes graduate in what subject?
My lord, category 1 says maths, graduation in maths, as also in science. So,
That's the answer.
so what I submit that both the teachers, my lord, whether he is in bio or whether he is in maths.
Is it or and? English one.
No, it is and.
And means graduate in both.
My lord, both, it cannot be, my lord. It
Why
cannot.
not? One can understand that there is no possibility of both happening. You can't have a commerce graduate and a science graduate. That one can understand because that combination is not there. So if you are excluding mathematics from category one, then your argument was correct, but that will cause further complications because others will be out.
Vigyan or when we read it, Vigyan or Ganit.
Evam, it's not or, it's
No.
Evam Ganit.
Correct, Malad. Yes, in Hindi it is evam. So, well, that evam is not to be read.
At least I am not that qualified in Hindi as you all are, but that's
No,
what I've
Maharaj sir.
understood. Evam and or to
Master.
be. Evam is there. Mr.
Malad,
Gizal was
may
reading
I?
or, but the word is not or, it's Evam.
My lord, may I make it?
Yes.
My lord, but I'm referring to this item number 8.
We have to interpret the rule.
Yes, I'm interpreting the rule only. Now, my lord, the challenge, basic challenge to in the petition, my lord, was the order annexure P4 dated 19/3/2019. I'm referring to WA number 1738. The relevant WP is 16384
Annexure, which annexure?
P4. my lord.
P4.
And the relevant page is, my lord, page 103.
Actually very
My
illegible.
lord gets it? I take your lordship,
But it's not very legible.
I take your
Yes.
lord, my lord. Oh,
Here.
I'm taking your lordship to clause 5. my lord.
Yes.
माध्यमिक शाला में पदों की प्रविष्टि करना, माध्यमिक विद्यालय में विषयवार पदों की स्वीकृत संख्या आरटीई के नाम्स के अनुसार ली गई है.
This qualifies, it completely answers it.
Yes. My lord, may kindly see नामांकन 105 means 105 बच्चों तक मैथ्स, इंग्लिश एंड सोशल साइंस.
Yes.
फिर
You are appearing for the petitioners or the state?
I'm petitioner. I'll make the things clear, my lord. I'll make the things clear. Now, my lord.
They've qualified sciences out, maths graduates.
Yes. Now, my lord. In the second column, 105-140, then the Sanskrit teacher. And then, my lord, 140-175,
Science bio.
science bio. Yes. Now, my lord, I take your lordship to the syllabus, my lord, we have in Madhya Pradesh. That is page 45 of this writ petition. My lord, I'm referring to WP 16384. ये
Annexure P1.
WA 1738 का रिकॉर्ड है.
Yes, P1.
The syllabus is on page 45
Yes.
and the relevant is page 50. The syllabus for mathematics, that is those who have completed BSc mathematics, the syllabus is mentioned, my lord, which does not include in any manner the biology.
No, a science teacher.
My lord, I'm,
4B science.
my lord, may kindly have a look
So
at
what is
the-
your submission?
Ji, sir?
The petitioners are who? Appellants
Science,
are,
science teacher.
no, appellants are who? Bio.
Yes, why?
So,
I'm
So
just
what is your
making I'm just making an attempt. My lord, now the mathematics syllabus does not include any Jeev Vigyan, biochemistry and all those, nothing. And my lord, may kindly turn to page 51, which prescribes the syllabus of Vigyan. The syllabus is entirely different from the mathematics. Now, my lord, what happens, my lord? Now, BSc Mathematics and BSc Science. BSc Mathematics student reads physics, chemistry.
So then why do we bring in BSc? Why not BA Mathematics
No,
or BCom Mathematics?
we do not have BA Mathematics as such. We do not have BA Mathematics as such.
Why BCom honors? It's a graduation in mathematics.
Now, well, that is what I'll just make an attempt for this.
Either you say a graduate in mathematics,
Yes, graduate in mathematics.
does not BSc in mathematics.
Yes, correct.
BSc presupposes science and math.
Very correct. Graduate. And graduate in mathematics reads physics, chemistry, and biology. And graduate in biology reads chemistry, biology, microbiology, biotechnology, botany, zoology, and many others. Mathematics is not common. Mathematics student does not read the subject of biology. Biology student does not read the subject of mathematics. Now, my lord, may I take your lordship that graduation in mathematics
Please tell us.